Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about starter, maintenance, and storage. Did you know that you can actually maintain your starter so that it lasts you an entire lifetime? And you could even pass it down to generations. Your starter actually gets better with time, so I highly recommend this, making one starter and just maintaining it for your life versus making new starters all the time. Your bread will turn out way better. I know this can sound a little daunting. You're thinking, I have to feed my starter every day for the rest of my life. Don't worry, I've got a trick that's going to help you maintain it without feeding it every single day for the rest of your life. That trick is putting it in the fridge. So when you put your starter in the fridge, it actually the cold temperatures slow down the feeding process. So the feed, which is the flour that you're giving it, it's going to take longer to eat that flour. Okay, so for the process of putting it in the fridge, all you're gonna do is when it's ready to go in the fridge, you're going to give it a feed. And you don't have to if you've just recently fed it and you don't need more starter, but I always do because why not? Like, you're gonna put it in the fridge, it's gonna be in there a while, may as well give it some food. So I just give it a feed, and then I put the lid on and I put it in the fridge. When I'm ready to bake or wanna revive it and put it back on my counter, all you do is take it out of the fridge, you're going to feed it and then put it on your counter. It should be doubling within a few hours still after your feed. It could take a little bit longer to double or rise, and that's totally fine. Like, the starter's cold, it's gonna take a little bit of time to warm up. Some people let it get to room temperature before doing the feed. It really doesn't matter. I always feed mine just right out of the fridge, and then whenever it's doubled, I start baking with it. If it's having trouble doubling or rising right out of the fridge, another thing you can do is you can just give it 2 days worth of feed. So pull it out a day early before you want to use it. You can feed it, and then 24 hours-ish later, you can give it another feed, and then that second feed, it should really be totally back to normal. A couple things to note when you're putting your starter in the fridge: you want to make sure that you're putting a sealed lid on it. So you don't want to just put a towel over it or put like a light lid on it. You want to put, if you have a mason jar, you want to put the lid on top, you want to screw the ring around it. If you have a different jar, a lot of them have like the rubber seals. You just want to make sure that it's going to give it a nice seal because you don't want it to dry out while it's in the fridge. Another thing to note, while it's in the fridge, it will produce a liquid on top. This just means that it's hungry. This is called Hooch. It's totally normal and fine to have this on top. If it's been in there for not super long, it's going to be like a clear liquid. And if the longer that it's in there, it can produce a gray looking liquid. Don't be alarmed. Either one of these is totally normal. My rule of thumb is that if it's the clear liquid, I just stir it in with my feed. It actually produces really good flavor in your starter. And if it's a gray liquid on top, I usually just pour that off and then do my feed. Now, if you just want to leave it in the fridge, but you want to give it a feed, all you're going to do is take it out of the fridge, feed it, put it back in the fridge with the lid. That's it. It's seriously that simple, and this allows you to maintain your starter for as long as you want without the stress of having to be home or feed it every day. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm uploading tons of videos to this channel and I want you to be the first to know about them. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.